Hi, I'm Graham and welcome back to Man vs Film. This is going to be a Blu Ray review for Space Truckers, the 90s science fiction classic movie that you may never have heard of. This is released by Second Sight Films on a brand new Blu Ray, and well, let's just jump into the movie itself. The movie stars Charles Dance, Dennis Hopper, Stephen Dorff and a host of other faces that you probably will find familiar and you've seen in plenty of other things. Dennis Hopper plays John Canyon, a long-in-the-tooth space trucker who is just trying to make ends meet in this world that has been taken over by corporations. He has this assignment stolen from him and he ends up in a situation where he's having to flee from his kind of central workplace, and he takes on this risky job. With him is his possibly fiancée and a young trucker who got caught up in his dispute and ends up with his vehicle, and they are towing something to Earth and they don't really know much about it. We, on the other hand, have a fair idea what it is because we see earlier that it's this army of artificial intelligence robots that are pretty much going to decimate Earth. And that's the sort of main crux of the movie. And it seems like a kind of straight-laced science fiction movie, a kind of story we've heard plenty of times before. But this does a lot of things different about it. It is definitely a comedy movie. It has its tongue firmly in its cheek as it's making a lot of playful scenes come together with sheer entertainment. Now, Stuart Gordon made this off a budget of 27 million, one of the biggest budgets he ever had. He, of course, did the cult classics like Castle Freak, Reanimator, and a science fiction movie that I do particularly love called Fortress. And this was the biggest budget he had, and he could do whatever he wanted. And this is the story that he created. The world that he's created for Space Truckers is really nice. I like the ideas behind lots of it. You know, they have a kind of nostalgia for the things back on Earth, so all the spaceships and the planetary things or the stations that they have are all kind of shaped or designed like things that they had back on Earth. His main ship, the truck that he drives, is shaped like a truck, but with some rockets and things on it, but its form is very much like that of a truck. It's that kind of feeling about the movie. The movie is steeped in blackness because of the space that's all round about them, and the world that they're in seems to have been brightened up by their clothes. It's all luminous colours. It's really bright and in your face colours, as if they're trying to get away from the darkness that's all round about them. This isn't a clean, clinical world that we've seen in plenty of other science fiction movies. This is a dirty, grimy grunt work. These are people that are just working to try and pay the bills, to get by, to survive. This isn't super scientists or heroes or people that have lots of flashy gadgets. They don't. They are just people just doing a job, trying to make ends meet. And it's an interesting aspect and something that we haven't really seen too much in science fiction movies. Like I said, very tongue-in-cheek, very funny, and I think that's probably captured most by Charles Dance's performance. He is a half-cyborg pirate scientist who is kind of the bad guy-ish behind most of the plot of the movie. And whenever he's on screen, it is so much fun. He is chewing the scenery bad guy type of thing. The type of thing that Dennis Hopper did ever so well in other movies, you know, like Waterworld, that kind of over-the-top villainous role. And Dennis Hopper here is actually the hero. And he plays it kind of subdued as a very stoic hero. He knows what he can do, he knows his role in the world, and he's happy to play along with that. He's ended up in this position where he is going to have to be the hero of Earth. And it's not something that he really aspires to or wants to do. He just finds greatness thrust upon him. I love the look of the movie. It looks fantastic. The special effects, most of them, actually hold up really well. They're practical effects, so they don't look dated. When it moves to the CGI aspects of things, they don't look quite right. They look pretty poor by today's standards. But every time they go back to something practical, it stands out. It looks terrific and it looks fun. The set design is absolutely amazing. You seem to have these grand big sets that are textured and practical and fun to look at. All the little things going on around about them. Like I said, they're all kind of grimy and textured and dirty, and they don't feel like the clinical things that we've seen plenty of times before. The disc itself actually comes with 3 featurettes on it. We have one with the composer about how he created some of the music for it and his process. We have one with an art director who's talking about coming up with some of the aspects of the movie, the design of things. And then we have the sort of main one, which is an interview, a retrospective interview with Stuart Gordon, the director, who has some really fun stories to tell in this rather candid interview. It's about 23 minutes long and it zips by. The guy is very entertaining, he's very charismatic, and he tells some good stories, even some that he just laughs off himself, like the one about Dennis Hopper calling him the worst director he's ever worked with. But he just kind of laughs it off and tells a story, and it's fun to see he has an obvious love for this movie, some regrets which he mentions as well, and all in all it was a great addition to a pretty good disc. The one thing that caught me off guard straight away with this movie was the transfer. It was fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen this movie look as good as it did here. Even looking back at trailers on YouTube or things like that, it looks horrible. This has been cleaned up fantastically well and it looks great. I think Space Truckers is a movie that's only going to appeal to certain people, which is a shame, because if you take it for how it's delivered, which is a tongue-in-cheek comedy science fiction movie about people that just get stuck in a strange circumstances, it's extremely fun. Everything that comes in seems to up the ante on the wackiness, the weirdness, the strangeness, and it's all entertaining stuff. I had a great time with Space Truckers. It's a movie that I can highly recommend, and I think you should check it out. Definitely pick up the Blu Ray if you get a chance. It's a great disc. Thanks for watching. I'd love to know your thoughts on the movie. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man vs. Film.